Keep your boards focused and clutter-free with smarter automation. Using Workflow Builder and Jotform boards, you can create tasks only when specific conditions are met, ensuring only relevant work reaches your board. I'm Penny with Jotform, and in this video, I'll show you how to create tasks based on conditions using Workflow Builder and Jotform boards. Let's get started. First, go to your workspace and click the Create button. Select Workflow. Choose Use Template. Search for and select the Doctor Appointment Approval Workflow template. Click Use Template to open the workflow. Click on Settings to rename the workflow to Doctor Appointment Approval 2026. Before making any changes, let's quickly understand how this template works. The workflow starts when a patient submits the online doctor appointment form. The request first goes to the clinical assistant for approval. If denied, an email notification is sent to the requester and the workflow ends. If approved, the request moves to the doctor for a second approval. The doctor reviews the appointment request. If denied, an email notification is sent to the requester and the workflow ends. If approved, a patient file documentation task is assigned to the assistant. Once the documentation task is completed, a scheduled appointment is created automatically using the Google Calendar integration. After scheduling, a confirmation email saying, "Your appointment has been set," is sent to the requester. Then, the workflow ends. Now, let's improve this workflow by adding Jotform boards for denied appointment tracking. Open the Integrations tab from the left-hand menu. Search for Jotform boards. Drag the element into the workflow right after the denial email sent by the clinical assistant and doctor. Delete the path from the email to the end and connect the denial paths to the Jotform boards step at the end. Click Complete Settings. Select the Denied Appointment Tracker 2026 board from the dropdown. Now, let's match task fields to form fields. Map title to the patient's full name. Click Add Field. Match due date to the preferred appointment date. Click Add Field again. Map tags to gender and click Add Field one more time. Match description to which procedure do you want. Once you're done, click Save. Now, let's look at the updated workflow. The workflow still begins when a patient submits the online doctor appointment form. The clinical assistant reviews the request. If denied, an email notification is sent to the requester stating the appointment was denied. After that, the request details are automatically sent to Jotform boards and the workflow ends. If approved, the request moves to the doctor for a second approval. The doctor reviews the appointment request. If denied, an email notification is sent to the requester. Then, the denied appointment details are automatically sent to Jotform boards and the workflow ends. If approved, the assistant completes the patient file documentation task. Once completed, the appointment is scheduled automatically through Google Calendar. A confirmation email saying, "Your appointment has been set," is then sent to the requester. Then, the workflow ends. This setup keeps your board focused only on denied requests that may require follow-up or review. Approved appointments continue through scheduling and confirmation without cluttering your board. Now, click Preview and test the workflow. Submit a sample appointment request and test both approval and denial scenarios. If denied, the request automatically appears inside the Denied Appointment Tracker 2026 board. If approved, the request continues through scheduling and confirmation without appearing on the board. And that's how you can create tasks based on conditions using Workflow Builder and Jotform boards. Automate smarter by keeping only relevant tasks on your board. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.